You opened the season with a 3-0 victory over a team that reached the third round of the NCAA tournament last year. Overall thoughts, what did you think about the way your team played tonight?
Yeah, it was a good performance. It wasn't the most beautiful game, but we were effective in the way we wanted to play. They're a team that pressures pretty high up the field and tries to turn you over in your in your defending half. So we were a little more direct tonight than we may normally be, but we were really efficient in front of goal, created some really good chances, and scored some outstanding goals.
I was going to say, you said it wasn't necessarily always very pretty, but a couple of the goals, especially Nicky Hernandez's first goal on that bicycle kick, spectacular. When you get a goal like that, does that increase the boost that it gives the rest of the team?
Sure. I mean, it was a fantastic goal. I mean, that's goal of the year for sure. No, but yeah, the whole team, it gives some energy to the group, and they scored again, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes later, and then got the third near the end of the first half, and that kind of took a little bit of the air out of the game. But I thought it was a pretty mature performance. Once we got to the second half, we managed the game really well, never really got out of hand. The pace slowed a bit, and we were pretty good.
Coach Nicky talked a little bit about the crowd and how you guys fed off of that. Can you kind of go into more detail about that?
Yeah, the crowd was great. The band makes such a difference, and we had a handful of the drum line here, and they were awesome. And then once Nicky scores a goal like that, you can just feel the energy in the crowd. If we're going to make Westcott a fortress, we need to keep getting great crowds like that, and if we can create an environment like we did tonight, I think they'll come back.
We've talked about Nicky and his goals. DJ Williams also scores, and over the last couple of years we've talked about the headaches he can create for defenses with his speed. How nice is it to see him get rewarded with a really nice goal like that?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, he has blistering pace, but he's a pretty clever finisher at times, and that one popped out to him, and he took it well. He's always going to create chances. He just by pure pace and work rate, he can do some things that really unbalance other teams. So it was nice to see him get that goal. When DJ scores, the big smile returns to his face, and his effort was great tonight.
Every year, coaches have to go through replacing the guys who left last year, and two of the guys who graduated, Emil Quayshow, Caleb Smith, very good passers, playmakers. Who takes on that role? Who fills those roles for you this year?
Yeah, I think when Talon's playing as a holding midfielder, he was really good tonight recovering the ball. Noah Hill played next to him, and he's a very good passer as well. We've played Canute a line higher at the 10, and Canute, he sees the game really well, and he can really understand how to set the tempo of a game, and the world's at peace when the ball finds his foot. So, and Nicky was outstanding tonight. So all four of those guys that played in the middle, and then we brought Henry and Wyatt off the bench, and I think they both brought some energy as well. So we're happy with the composure and the work rate that those guys had, and they bring a little bit of intellect and how to create chances.
Ever since he's been here, you've talked about Nicky's offensive creativity and the potential to be a really big scorer, but it seemed like there were several times tonight that he really backtracked and helped out on defense. More versatile, well-rounded player?
Yeah, I mean, Nicky's played the 10 for us a lot, but he's really good at recovering the ball, and he's got a good work rate, and he needs the dirty work, or quote-unquote dirty work, the defensive side of the game. He's willing to do, and he values that, and he knows he brings something there. So yeah, we dropped him a little bit deeper in the second half, and he can cover ground and recover the ball and really help us start the attack.
3 goals before halftime tonight, none afterward. How much of that was changes in your offensive approach or personnel, and how much of it was adjustments by Lipscomb?
No, I mean, Lipscomb changed a little bit. They didn't really change shape in the second half. They threw, put the second striker up there, or they left two people high instead of dropping one in the middle. We still created some chances in the second half, but when you're 3-0 up at half, it's important not to take on too much risk. So we were pretty methodical in the way we went about the game, and not not giving them a chance to press us in the half, and not to overplay in bad spots. And I thought we saw that second half out really well, in that as soon as something got crazy, there was a foul, then we took the air out of the game, and it was a mature performance in the end of the second half for sure.
You get to enjoy a 3-0 win tonight, but now you come back Monday with Houston Baptist, and Nicky Hernandez just said that losing to them last year was the worst feeling of the year. How much will you even look at or talk about last year's game as you get ready for Monday?
Oh, we'll talk about it. Absolutely. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. It was a very tough night for us. We played really poorly last year. And we'll remind them. I don't think the feeling of losing at home leaves you. So I think we'll hopefully have the right mentality, and the guys will come out and we'll compete at the appropriate level. So we're looking forward to Monday.
Anything you'd like to see cleaned up or changed between now and then, or a repeat of tonight?
No, I mean, there's
to
always
get you a
things
good
you can
result.
get better at. I mean, we didn't pass the ball well enough. I think it may be a little different. We may have a little more possession. Neither team really kept the ball for long spells. I think the game may be a little more, some more build-up in the game on Monday from both teams. They played tonight. Obviously we played. I think the first night jitters will be out, so maybe there'll be a little bit more soccer from both teams. But yeah, I mean, we'll make some tweaks. We'll look at some video. We'll clean up some things we didn't do well. We need to create a few more chances and be a little more clinical in the final third. But we can walk off here feeling pretty good tonight.